Bachelor, and today we're going to have a look at a new tool called EasySEA, which is generally just for making basic seascape oceans and stuff very quickly. If you push play, you can see that it's animated water, and it's got 3 layers of displacement on there, so that you can tweak each layer separately and play around with the settings. So let's have a look at the settings. If you click the top now, you have the EasySEA and the different options. First option is subdivision, which will subdivide the mesh, which is I find 1's perfectly adequate, but you can go up to 3, which is level 3 subdivision on your hypernerves. But we'll stick with 1. Size X and Y, obviously for scaling up your water area to fit your scene. You can do it individually or constrained. Enable transparency is going to enable transparency in the actual water shader. At the moment there's no transparency, and it's not going to look that great because we've got no environment, but as soon as you put an environment in there, you want to put transparency on so that you can see through it and see what's under the water, etc. Transparency amount and your basic colour, which will change the base colour. There's also different levels of colour inside it, but this will do the underlying colour. Okay, next option we have is foam options, and at the moment if you render it there's no sea foam on there. As soon as you turn it on, you'll get this sort of white patchy type stuff, and you can change the scale of it depending on what you need for your scene. Just keep tweaking this until you get what you want. If you want little bits or lots of it. And animation speed is so that the foam animates over time as well. It makes it a little bit more realistic. Okay, so we'll turn that off. Next we have object detection, and what that does is going to give us a foamy area around an object. So for example, let's put a sphere into the scene, and they need to be editable objects, so let's make that editable, and we drop that into the objects list, and then we have start distance, end distance and intensity. So let's go with end distance and try something like 250 and an intensity of 100, and let's see how that renders. It might be too big. No, that looks fine. So you can see it detects the object and gives it a nice sort of wavy effect around each object, so that looks good. And let's just hide that for now. So let's make it 0. Okay, now for the waves, I've set it up with these settings that look quite good, but you can go and change all the noises, how fast it animates, you can see like that, and the strength of each one, height, etc. You can play with quite a lot. Global scale. The more you play around, the more effects you get with this tool. So that's each different layer of water, or wave I should say. Weight controller is basically like a fall off. If you put an object in there, you can get it to sort of indent. Again, I'll show you with this sphere. Drop that in there. You can see it indents itself into the water with the weight effectors, different scales for it. So just a way to get a bit more interaction with the actual water. Okay, so let's go and have a go at making this look a bit better. And just give this thing a colour. transparency, but for that we need something underneath it for a start. So let's get a plane, put this down, and this will be our sea floor. So for example, if you have it black, you'll get sort of a deep ocean type feel. I'm also going to put in sunlight and the sky for it to reflect. So a quick look at that. See, that's looking a bit more realistic. This doesn't seem to be doing much, so I'm just going to get a sphere. Some lens. Okay, so it's now reflecting the sky, and you can see that there's a bit of ocean under the ocean floor underneath. Let's go to say 90% transparency, and it'll get even darker because it's seeing what's underneath. So for example, if we wanted a sandy beach going down to nothing, you can see the water colour changing, shadows from your objects. We can put foam on, object detection back on, to get it even more realistic looking. Okay, I'm going to take this down to say 65%. This is not quite as transparent. So that's basically it. Let's turn that off now. This is the EasySEA shader system.